Hi and welcome back. I thought it's Thursday, it's almost the end of the week already. We are in 2021 and we're almost half into January. It goes so quick. I'm so amazed by it. It just flies by. So I thought it's time to do another catch up with me. Let's talk. And as some of you know, I sometimes just like to jump on here and share some of my experiences of this week. If I think I got something to share that people can benefit from. And this week, what was really standing out to me is that I got the question a lot like, how is it possible that despite the fact I'm very well prepared, I just don't really perform that well when I need to? Whenever I'm coming in this high performance situation, my performance is just not as good as it should be, despite the fact I spent a lot of time on my preparation. I had a good night of rest, and then that moments come and it's just not really there. And not only that, I just perform really bad. How can I solve that? And in this week, I had a few people that were suffering from this phenomenon during public speaking, and I had a few athletes that were suffering from the same thing. So I thought, wow, this is like the red thread of this week. So I'm jump on here and just share my thoughts about this. Well, no matter what we do when it comes to performance situations, something that we need to realize is that there is a relationship between performance, stress, and arousal. And that relationship you can see as an inverted U curve. And in this inverted U curve, our peak performance zone is in the middle of this curve. So we need a decent amount of stress and arousal to hit our peak performance zone. And again, it's not just one place. It's like a zone. It also depends on individual differences where exactly your spot is. But it's in the middle of this curve, so we need a decent amount of stress and arousal to really hit our peak performance zone. So when we're not performing as we should, as we could, so we're not hitting that zone, we're underperforming, it can be due to two reasons. And that's like we experience too little stress and arousal, or we experience too much of it, too much stress and arousal. And usually the people that are very well prepared usually are underperforming because they're experiencing too much stress and arousal. So they're really going towards this panicky behavior, they experience anxiety symptoms, they're feeling a very big amount of discomfort, and it hinders them. It kind of like throws these obstacles in the way to really perform as they could, as they should, and even better to kind of like thrive on stress and arousal and perform better than you normally do, because that's obviously our end goal. So how can this be, and what can we do even more important, right? That's the million dollar question. Well, something that we have to realize is that when we're executing a task, information goes from our brain to our muscles. And when we're under stress, actually this information processing system, so from brain to muscle, from information phase to action phase, that is being delayed. So the more stress we experiencing, the more delay there will be between that information system, the processing system, and our muscle. So it takes longer for our brain to get the information to our muscle. So you can imagine the more complex you coach yourself, the more complex you make a specific task, the more detailed you make the execution of a specific task, the longer it will take for your muscle to kind of like make the action, because all that information needs to get through our brain. The more complex, the more detailed, it just takes too much time to get in time, send those messages to our muscle, and we get that delay. We're experiencing that our movements or our way of talking is just not as fluent as normally. We're not really in the moment, we're just kind of like out of the moment, and it's everything to do with that delay that we're experiencing. So when we're under stress, it's very important that the way that you instruct yourself is basic, it's concrete, it's simple, so you have not a lot of that delay going on. So when I'm just working with soccer players, it can be as basic, and it usually is as basic, like how you put your boot against the ball, how you look forward when you're having the ball, or when you want to shoot, how do you move. It's very concrete, very basic. It's not orientated at the result. You know, it's all orientated on all the little things that you need to do, the concrete basic things that you need to do to put yourself in the best position to get your result. So, you know, when you're an attacker or, you know, when you're a public speaker, you know, let's go to a public speaker. When you're a public speaker, obviously your goal is to, you know, have a really good lecture, really good presentation. But our focus is not on that. Our focus is on what are the little things that we need to do to put ourselves in the best position to get that, right? And we want to make those little things very concrete, very basic, because we want to put ourselves in the moment. We don't want to have that delay, you know, that you know those moments that you're trying to talk and you cannot really find the words, or the words are just coming out really funny. You know, it's too complex. So keep it simple. Keep it simple in a way like, how do I position my feet on the ground? How do I look in the audience? You know, to take enough moments of rest during your presentation, to really finish your words. Very small, concrete task. And I always say, rather not more than, you know, 2 or 3 that you focus your attention on to really not experience that delay. And also the thing with, you know, focusing on a small step is, you know, you keep focusing on taking action. And, you know, action steps, things to do. And the good thing about that is, you know, when you focus your attention on things to do, you stay out of your head, you know, you stay in the moment. So that's my tip. If you really are experiencing that despite the fact you are prepared well in performance situations, you're just not performing as you could, keep it simple, keep it basic. Focus on the process, not the result. You know, it's not about winning or losing. It's not about giving the perfect lecture. No, it's about those little concrete basic steps that you have to focus your attention on to put yourself in the best position to, you know, to hit the result that you want. So that was what I wanted to share with you for now. I thought, come on here, share that. Keep it simple, focus on the journey. Don't think in black and white terms, you know, think more in the gray. It's not about winning or losing, good or bad. You know, it's about the journey. It's about bettering yourself. It's about doing the best that you can do. It's about focusing on the right little things, the small things, the concrete basic things. And by doing that, you really put yourself in the best position, you know, to hit your peak performance zone and get the result eventually that you want. If you want my help personally, please don't hesitate. Send me a DM. You can find me on LinkedIn and Twitter, or you can leave a comment down below. I would like it when you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. I'm looking forward to, you know, talk to you all very soon again. I hope you have a wonderful day. We're all aiming for getting better every day. It's all about growth. It's all about trial and error. It's all about learning. So I'm looking forward to kick this day off, get started. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.